This this is Hidden Ranger Streaming. This is HR with another reaction video. It's been a few months since I last recorded or streamed, and unfortunately, that's just been some things that have been going on. Mostly like mostly involving my laptop not being as much able to stream anymore, and then some other projects that I have going on in in my private life. But um, I figured, you know what, I have a number of new followers on Twitter since I was actually actively streaming. So I figure, well, why not? Why not dust off the streaming and give it, or dust off the YouTube channel and have another crack at it. So I'll say, so I decided that, might as well do another reaction video, this one of the Bumblebee trailer. So I will give this, I'll give this a look. I've been a Transformers fan since 1984, when it was first released in the U.S. and when it was the both the toy line and a bit later the animated series, and you know haven't been as fond of the live action Michael Bay Transformers movies, but Bumblebee seems like it'll be a bit different. Roughly same continuity, but it seems like it's a bit it it's more focusing on Bumblebee, who, when depicted well, was always one of my favorite Transformers. But all right, so without further ado, here's the Bumblebee trailer, and I hope this comes out well. Bumblebee. Okay, that was the that was the trailer for Bumblebee, and I like it a lot. This honestly feels like this honestly feels like the Transformers movie that they could have done the first time, but kind of didn't. I mean, granted, it's going to be a bit focused on, more focused on Bumblebee than than an actual ensemble Transformers movie would be. But dude, I have nothing bad to say about that. That's cool. I like that. Let's see. Hmm, how do I first think about what do I talk about first? Um, the background echoing sort of quotations or the sound bites of this mystical bond between man and machine. If I'm not mistaken, that was actually from the 2007 Transformers movie. That was Bobby Bolivia, the the dude, the car salesman played by Bernie Mac. And he was talking to Sam Witwicky about the this car that in fact, if memory serves, and I could be mistaken of a with an 11-year-old movie, but I think when he was talking to Sam Witwicky about bond between man and machine, he was trying to sell him a yellow Volkswagen, which that that Volkswagen was just the form that it wasn't a form that Bumblebee had taken. It was just some junk car that was like right next to the yellow Camaro that Bumblebee actually was. But I still think that's a neat callback. I think that's neat. Um, and let's see, Haley Steinfeld, or however you say your last name. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, they definitely could have. They could have gotten some other like dude as like some teenage boy or 20 something passing for a teenage boy that you know would be the human protagonist of the movie, but instead they got a girl who's fixing up this strange Volkswagen in her shop, and that works perfectly for me. I mean, there are plenty of fans who are women and young girls, so that's cool. Um, yeah, I'm intrigued to see what they do with the character, and I hope they treat these characters better than some of the female characters in the previous Transformers movies. That's all I gotta say about that. Um, Also, it's Starscream, and I'm really liking how true to, well, like, not you know textbook cartoon accurate, so to speak, the movie is to like the 1984 designs, but it really feels like they are. It really feels like they just decided to completely reboot the Transformers movies. Like, I'm certain that's not what they actually did. I mean, heck, the fact that Bumblebee doesn't speak and is first learning to use music to communicate, and that was a fun, Rickroll sort of scene, and it looks like that's taking place in the 80s, so she pops it in as a pop song that's actually popular back then, unironically, and then Bumblebee's just like, oh no, I don't like this, and then he ejects and almost takes her head off with it. He's not only being true to Bumblebee, he's also kind of pulling a bit of a sound wave, which is kind of neat. Let's see what else. I was gonna start talking about Starscream. That is a cool Starscream. That's a cool look for Starscream, because I really didn't like the giant chicken that Starscream looked like in the previous movies. See if I can find. Oh, there we go. Holy crap! That's I'm sorry, but that's really cool. That is really cool. And that looks so much like what a lot of Transformers fans wanted to see out of the first series of movies, where it seemed like the only Transformer that actually looked close to his uh, to his, I guess, cartoon and toy line sort of self was Optimus Prime, who, despite being a blue Peterbilt truck with red flames, uh, you know, still managed to look very much in keeping with classic Optimus Prime. And now we finally have Bumblebee and Starscream, and particularly Starscream, who look very much in keeping with classic Bumblebee and Starscream. Also, I liked the thing. I love this bit here. Vomp, and then it transforms around her, or rather over her, and then we see that. And Bumblebee is tiny, so yeah, and or rather, he's tiny by Bumblebee standards because the you know fast forward several decades to uh, 2007, if it is that exact year when Sam Witwicky meets Bumblebee, and he's upgraded to a 70s Camaro form, giving himself more bulk. But yeah, here he's a relatively small transformer as a Volkswagen, and like I said, this kind of feels like the movie that the 2007 movie should have started out as. Like, this is what I was looking for in a Transformers movie. Now, granted, the trailers being trailers, this could be it's still entirely possible that the very best thing about this movie is the trailer, and this could actually be a colossal disappointment and or dumpster fire. But I have high hopes. I really hope that this is going in the right direction. And granted, so far all it's really doing is pinging my '84 nostalgia, and I do know for a fact that nostalgia isn't always an indicator of quality, and some things that we think we remember as being greatness is because we saw it as kids and weren't really thinking of it through adult eyes because we couldn't have. But I like this. I hope this is I hope this is as good as the trailer looks. I hope it gives me the kinds of warm fuzzies in the movie that this trailer did just with me watching it. But anyway, so this has been HR Streaming, and if you like this and videos like this, give me a like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter at HR Streaming, and yeah, and hi to all the people online who have been following me, and particularly the people who have followed me on Twitter without actually having seen any of my videos so far, because, well, can't blame me. I haven't actually haven't actually put out any videos while I've been active on Twitter, but hopefully I'll kind of balance the two. But anyway, this is Hidden Ranger Streaming signing off, and I'll see if I can do some more videos, particularly if there's fan demand for it. All right, bye guys.